Right, just very, very quickly, shout out some of the challenges that you have seen, experienced yourself with money. Anything at all, with money management, for example. So what are some of the challenges we've had?
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough money, so feeling of lack of it. Or at the end of a month, is it? Or halfway through the month? Just generally?
Yeah.
It's a general feeling of lack of money.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and it's just, I'm on that sort of.
So is your belief system that, oh, don't worry, I can just work hard, I'll make it?
Exactly, that's why I fight myself. So I say, yeah, I do a budget, but then when it comes to it and I'm going over that budget, I'm like, well, actually it's going to make me a better person, but actually...
Okay, this is interesting, because I years ago I stood up at an event, this Robbins event, and the speaker was asking about, what's your attitude towards money if you've got no money? And I stood up and said, if I've got no money, I see that as a great opportunity to really push myself and find other ways to make money. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That was my attitude. So I said to her, you know, I just see it as I saw this when I was down here, this zone here, as an opportunity. And she said, well, why do you see it as an opportunity? I said, because it means I can grow, I can go make more money in another business, and then if something goes wrong, I know I can just step back up again, I can do the same thing again. And she said, well, that's a self-destructive mechanism. She goes, well, what you're doing is you're adding a lot of pleasure and a lot of sense of ego and a lot of meaning to this end here. Does that make any sense? Yeah. So I had a belief, a completely self-destructive belief, was that when I'm down here, even if I'm spending to get there, it's okay, because guess what? I can go and do another deal, I can make some more money. And that took me back up to here. But instead of creating a new set of patterns and carrying on up, I'd get to a point where I'd spend or do something silly, and then it'd take me down to here, and I'd go, oh no, oh, don't worry, last time I did this, I'll do it again. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if this was a stock market, we call that a channel. You'd be channeling between the two. And that became one of my mechanisms for years. So I think that's what's going on with you.
And that's perfect, that's exactly what's going on for me. I'm going up in my business is increasing, and now I'm like, well, here's the excuse. I'm going to spend to do the kitchen and bathroom for my wife so she's happy, and to do this. I'm going back down with that money. Not really, really down, but I am going down.
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're doing this, it's probably...
Exactly, I am.
Yeah, right, okay. So are you doing that spend to please somebody else?
Yeah, my wife, and, you know, for...
How many times have you mentioned his wife? Yeah, okay, so that you make a note of that. Part of what your makeup is, I think your belief system is linked into a need to please other people. Who gets that, by the way? I think that's part of your nature. Let's have a chat about it later. Maybe we'll put you up a bit later on to tackle this, but that's an important one. If you don't break that pattern, it's going to carry on. And although you might earn more money, you're going to probably spend more. Because the next time you spend, it'll be a bigger spend. It'll just be something bigger that you spend. So instead of buying a small car this time around, Ford Focus, whatever, because that's your affordability, next time you get to another level, it becomes a Mercedes. Next time it becomes something bigger. So each time you spend, you do it on the basis, well, I did it last time, I can fix that and do it again. Does that make sense? This is the problem we've got if we don't have a system. So why do we have a system? You've led me nicely into this, which is great. I should bring you more often. So we have a system to remove emotional attachment, which is both of you actually doing as well, even with your spending. Who does tend to spend and then afterwards go, oh shit, and I'll make it up somewhere else? I think it's human nature. So what a system does, it removes emotional attachment. It also removes uncertainty. Because if you stick to a system, and you logically stick to a system, and you know that that's a sensible thing to do, you don't have this inability to plan ahead, because what happens is with uncertainty, well, I'm not sure if I can avoid that, or I'm not sure when we can get to there, and it allows you to spot issues. So what I've done is I have put some spreadsheets up which are actually in the vault, and you see me go, if you haven't watched the series, it's in the video series, but I want to talk to it so you can actually hear me live talking about it.